guys, if you want to hear the story of how I made this top in less than 72 hours, stick around. Hi guys, welcome back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and this is Crafty Chat number 60. So today it's going to be a little bit of a different Crafty Chat because I'm only talking about this top that I made. But it's got a little bit of a story to it and why I felt like I had to make a top in one weekend. So the story starts with Easter dresses that we bought for my three girls. We bought them online from Zulily. It was like a brand that they sell coordinating like sibling outfits or whatever. So and I'll pop a picture here of them on Easter. It's a little blurry, but we didn't do anything fancy. So I will show you the dresses that we got for them. Anyway, we had planned I wanted to take family pictures sometime this year. And so I figured, those would work for family pictures, and then we would just need to find some clothes for my husband and I to wear that would coordinate with those dresses. So anyway, but as you see in the picture, Easter, my daughter had a broken arm, and then right after that, she was about to get her cast off. My youngest ended up breaking her leg, and so we were like, okay, we'll do it sometime in the summer, like after all the casts are off. So we're searching for clothes that would match for my husband and I to wear. We also got some teal pants for my oldest to wear. She wasn't wearing them in her picture, and some light blue pants for the middle daughter to wear. From the same company, so we knew they'd be in the right color scheme and everything. So little did we know that the colors that were in those dresses were actually really hard to match. Like I spent all summer with them in my purse, and like everywhere we went, I would like grab like a teal shirt and like compare it, or the coral color and compare it, and we had a really hard time finding anything that matched, and I didn't want to buy anything online because I've tried to buy teal things online, and like the picture that it looks like is not what it looks like in person, and I just didn't want to worry about that. So sorry, I'm looking at my notes to make sure I don't forget anything. So I did eventually find at Goodwill or something, I got myself some white pants and like this orangey top that like was in the same family as the orange in the middle daughter's dress, like the orangey corally color. Anyway, but it was a little bit bright for what I wanted, but I got that just in case we couldn't find anything else. And then we found my husband some light blue shorts. They're a little bit lighter, but like the same color as the light blue that they had. So we planned on him just wearing like a white polo shirt, because that's basically what he wears every day, is shorts and a polo shirt. And so that was going to work out. But so that was like throughout the summer, we're looking for clothes, right? And then at the end of July, my husband decided to have a small accident with a lawnmower and cut part of his toe off, which I didn't tell you guys about that. It was just a little bit, but it was enough that he was home. Excuse me, sorry. He was home from work for 6 weeks. Well, his job, he's home for 2 weeks and off for 2 weeks. So the first 2 weeks was when it happened. He was supposed to be home. Then the second 2 weeks, he was supposed to be at work, but he was on disability. And then the third of the 2 weeks where he was home was also supposed to be his time off. So he really only missed one like 2 week section of work. But so then like pictures weren't even on my mind at that point, because we were just dealing with doctor's appointments, disability through the insurance and all that. But I still didn't love the orange shirt that I had for me. I just felt like it was too bright. It was going to look weird with the other clothes. So I did end up getting like 2 teal shirts and like a teal, like just below the knee dress type thing from Walmart. And I was like leaning towards the teal dress. So, but then I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, it's like August, September at this point, and these are spring, summery clothes. Like, we need to get these pictures done before, like, it's it's too cold to wear them, right? And then if we wait until next year, like, kids have been growing out of things, and so yeah, so I just wanted to get them done. So I told my husband while he was at work, it's like, okay, you need to schedule, because he has a friend who's a photographer that we were going to use. So it's like, you need to see if she can get us in, the next time you're home. So he scheduled it for the Monday after he would get home that next time. So he got home on a Friday, and we were going to do it on the next Monday. So he got home Thursday night, and then, yeah. So anyway, so Friday we're deciding, well, maybe he should try on the shorts with the shirt and make sure it all looks good. So keep in mind, we've had these shorts just in our bedroom for like at least a month, maybe even 2, and he's never tried them on. Apparently I bought the wrong size. So I think I looked at the size on the hanger, not necessarily the size on the tag of the shorts. So we're like, well, there's no way these shorts are going to be around anymore. They're summer shorts. They're probably sold out or clearanced out or whatever. So we're like, great, he has nothing to wear. So we had already planned to go shopping that day, the day after he got back, like TJ Maxx and Ross. So we ended up finding him some teal pants, I think at Ross, that would work fine. Like, they weren't exactly the right shade, but it was close enough to the teal in the teal pants and the teal in the youngest dress. Anyway, so then I was like, well, I can't wear a teal dress if he's wearing teal pants, and that's like too much of the teal color. And then like there's only a little bit of the orangey color in the one dress and a little bit in the other dress, but like mostly in the one. So that Friday night I decided, well, I guess I'm gonna see if I have any yarn that will match and make my own, see if I can make one in less than 3 days basically. So Friday night is when I started it. We needed to be done to do the pictures Monday night at 6:30. So that brings us to why I had to make a shirt in 3 days. So I'm going to talk about the like yarn and the pattern and everything real quick, and then I'll like go through like how I made everything. But I did forget the ball band, so I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. So the yarn that I used is Lion Brand Pound of Love, and sorry, I was downstairs. And it's the color Creamsicle, which you can see. So obviously this is not like the exact same color as the color in the dress. It's closer to like the light corally color in the youngest daughter's dress, just a little bit darker. But I figured it was like all in the same family and everything, so that's the best that I had. So obviously like this is not like the most like ideal yarn to use to make for a top. Like it's gonna be thick and not as drapey and stuff, so I knew all that going into it. And so I started looking through, like once I decided this is what I'm gonna do, I like at first started like kind of scrolling through like my saved patterns of like tops. Like I have a lot of patterns I've saved on Pinterest or whatever, and then I was like, you know what, I don't have time to frog it if it doesn't fit. Like, normal patterns, it's small, medium, large, but your gauge might be different. And so I was like, I'm just gonna go to I've been following Jeannie from On the Hook Crochet for a while, and I do have a few of her patterns. I bought some, but I haven't gotten around to making them. Anyway, none of them were what I kind of wanted. So I purchased a different one. This is the Golden Cross tee or sweater or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be like 3/4 length or whatever, long half sleeve t-shirt type thing. So yeah, so I got that off Etsy and I started working on it. I did a few swatches to decide my hook size, which I ended up doing a J hook. I kind of wanted to go up to a K-hook to give it more drape, but it just looked sloppier, I guess. So I stuck with the J-hook. And then there's parts of the pattern where you go down hook for like the neckline and the hem and stuff. So I used an I and a J. So yeah, so all of her patterns are made to to your measurements, right? So you measure yourself and then you like go off of those. So apparently, not apparently, but I have some like body self-esteem issues or whatever since I've gained a lot of weight in the last few years. And that's kind of why like I'm struggling with like even doing these family pictures. Like we've been putting it off for a while because I wanted to lose weight and I wasn't losing weight. Anyway, so I just decided, so I wanted the shirt to be big enough on me. Like I didn't want it to be skin tight and I wanted it to be a little bit long. And so and I've never really made a top for myself before. So apparently I think I'm bigger than I am. So, or I just added too much ease or something. I don't know. So anyway, so I measured myself and added the ease that I thought I needed. And then she has you do like the first row, like you chain and then make your first row and then remeasure it, which I'm glad I did because it ended up being like 10 extra chains too long once I did the first row. So I frogged it out and started the first row again. So from here, I tried to take pictures of like every step that I did, or like when I went to bed, I would take a picture of like where I was at. So there's going to be like pictures and stuff added in from here on. So I don't know how far I got Friday night. I didn't take a picture of that. But by Saturday at 4 p.m., I had finished the first panel. So this one's made in like back panel, front panel. You add the sleeves before you seam and then you seam up, I think. It was like it was a few weeks ago now at this point, so I don't remember. And then, but then you do the seaming, add the neckline and the hem. So yeah, so by Saturday at 4 p.m. I'd finished the first panel. And then there's also a picture of how far I got on the second panel. I don't know if you can tell how big that is, how many rows, I don't even know. And then, so by Sunday, okay, keep in mind, like, this is a weekend. My husband's home, my kids are home. Like, we still have stuff to do. We still go to church on Sunday. Like, so it's not like I could just sit and work on it nonstop. I still have to be a mom. By Sunday at 8:35 p.m., I had finished the second panel. So that's like with the, like, decreasing for the neckline and everything. So I don't know what time we went to bed. I didn't write that down. But then Sunday after church, so it says Sunday 11:35, I had, oh wait, Sunday at 8:35, sorry, I was thinking morning, 8:35 p.m., I had finished the second panel, and then by 11:35 that night, I had added the sleeves, and then I put like stitch markers to it, like to be like the seaming, so I could try it on, make sure like I liked where the seaming would be under the arms and stuff, like not too tight. And then I stayed up later than that, so by 1:30 the next morning, so I'm still awake Sunday night, I had seamed everything together, added the neck trim and the bottom hem, so it's basically done by Sunday 1:30 in the morning, technically Monday. So then Monday, take the kids to school, and we went grocery shopping like normal. So after that, and I'm guessing my husband was subbing that day because I don't think he was around. He subs at the school sometimes when he's off work. But anyway, so after that, I waved in all the ends, and so it was officially like done. The shirt was made by 11:20 a.m. on Monday. So from there, so making this, I knew it was going to be a little stiff, just because of the yarn and like the hook not being super big and drapey. And so I have softened you know, like I've softened a baby blanket before made out of similar yarns, where you soak it in like water with conditioner, like hair conditioner in it for a while. So I soaked it in something like that for like an hour. And then like rinsed it out as good as I could and then put it in the washer. So by 2 p.m. it was like all washed and dried, and I tried it back on, and so it was softer and a little bit drapier, but because of that it was actually, I feel like it was a little bit wider and longer than I had even done. So now I just felt frumpy wearing it, if that makes sense. Like there's a fine line between like wearing something big to like a little bit big to hide things, and then like way too big where it just like doesn't help anymore. So that's what I felt like at that point, and so I didn't know what to do. I was a little bit frustrated. But I sent a picture like to my mom and to my best friend growing up, and she suggested that I like tie a knot in the side, which is kind of like trendy now, I guess. So it was too thick to tie a knot, but I got one of my girls' like little tiny hair ties, and put that in it, and that helped it look a lot better. So sorry I'm sitting for this whole thing. I don't feel like standing in front and showing you, but yeah. So like I had tried putting like some yarn like through the stitches like around the waist and like cinching that in, and that just like made it worse. So anyway, so I went with the knot tying thing, the hair tie thing, and so that was all decided by 4 p.m. I was like, woohoo, I can like relax. um, so yeah, so then my husband got home. He was subbing, I remember now. And then like we got everybody ready, and we were there by 6:30 and did our pictures. So so I will post a few of the actual pictures from the photographer here. Um, so yeah, so all in all, it worked out, but it was a little bit stressful. Just my fingers were very sore for a few days. I don't usually like. I found out I can crochet pretty fast if I need to, um, but I don't like the feeling of trying to crochet that fast. So um, that wasn't as fun. So I'll talk about the pattern a little bit, like how it worked out and any changes and stuff too. For the sleeves, because I did make it a little too wide, the sleeve part comes all the way to here before adding like the extra of the sleeve. So her pattern, she adds even more, like she has like more rows. But I stopped because I didn't want it, so I didn't want the sleeve so long. Um, so if I hadn't added so much ease here, I maybe would have added more sleeve. The neckline, I've never like I said, I've never made a top before. It doesn't lie like completely flat, and I probably could have shaped it better. She doesn't give like a whole lot of like exact like this is how many decreases to do or whatever, because it's all made how you want. You can customize it how you want. And she says like use your crochet intuition. I'm like, well, I don't have any intuition when it comes to this because I've never done it before. So I don't love the neckline. Like it kind of pokes out a little bit, but I hope you can see that. But it's fine. Like not like that. Not a deal breaker anyway. And this is how much yarn I have left. Let's focus. Don't blow out. There we go. That's all I have left from a pound of yarn. So obviously it's pretty heavy. I have all my ends right here too, but still. So I used almost a whole pound of yarn to make this shirt. I don't think I really did anything different on the hem, so I don't think I need to stand up and show you that. But yeah, so that is my adventures from a few weeks ago, and I wanted to wait till I had the pictures back from the photographer to show you how it turned out without me having to like stand here in the weird lighting and show you. But yeah, so that was fun, and I don't know what else there is to say. I hope you enjoyed that story. I know it was a little bit long, like, to get to the part about the pattern, but I just wanted to share that experience with you guys, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.